Hello, this is the Talking Dinosaur with your video review for Mr. Malay's AP quiz. First of all, you need to know that the troops that we first sent to Vietnam were military advisors. You need to be able to know the following terms. War Powers Resolution, Viet Minh. Those were the soldiers that supported Ho Chi Minh living in North Vietnam. Agent Orange, Charlie, SEATO, Southeast Asia Treaty Organization, is essentially a NATO for Southeast Asia. Charlie, which was a racist term used to describe the Viet Cong. Self-immolation, which is where you lay yourself on fire. The Gulf of Tonkin Incident. Quagmire, Escalation, and Operation Rolling Thunder. You need to know why No Din Diem was so unpopular with Buddhists and how those Buddhists reacted. You need to be able to tell me all about the Gulf of Tonkin incident. What happened? What was our reaction as a country? Did we, was Madison sunk? No, it wasn't. Know about whether, it was questionable whether it actually happened, how we reacted, what the Gulf of Tonkin resolution did, which was basically gave President Lyndon Johnson a blank check in Vietnam. You also need to know about the Tet Offensive, how many cities were attacked, why it shocked America so much, what kind of attacks were used, how many Americans were lost, and why it was a big victory for the United States militarily, but it was a loss according to public opinion. Other terms you need to know: silent majority, Vietnamization, Spiro Agnew, Kent State. Have to know that hawks were people who were in favor of the war and doves were people who were against the war. Draft, South Vietnam, North Vietnam, Pentagon Papers. That's from your web quest on Nixon. You need to know the voting age at the time, which was 18. You need to know what Dien Bien Phu was, which was on your web quest. You need to know Cambodia was a country next to Vietnam that was attacked by the United States. You need to know what Agent Orange is, again, like I said. You need to know the following people: Ho Chi Minh, No Din Diem, Eisenhower, Viet Cong, Napalm, General McNamara, prisoners of war, Lyndon Baines Johnson. You know what the Paris Peace Accords were. You need to know why Johnson gets the majority of the blame for the Vietnam War. You need to know why President Nixon was. You need to know all about the Watergate scandal. What was Nixon impeached? Did he remove himself from office? What was the scandal? What was he trying to cover up? What was the Tuesday night slaughter? Why the Supreme Court said that the executive privilege did not extend to the Nixon tapes. You need to know that he was guilty of other crimes. Make sure you know what Mark Felt's code name was, and know what a subpoena is. That's where the court orders you to be there or give something. As far as the space race web quest, you need to know the following people or things: Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, Sputnik, Apollo missions, the Rosenbergs, ICBM, the U-2 incident, the missile gap, and you need to know the fact that it was mostly made up by the U.S. government. Laika, it was the first dog in space, and you need to know that Apollo 1 burnt up on the launch pad. And if you study all of those things, you will be fine on your final test in U.S. history.